What is going on? What's going on, everybody, man? The snow. How much snow did you get where you are? But yeah, it was coming down heavy this morning. But what's happening, everybody? Hope everyone be safe out there. Don't forget, Rhode Island has one of the nation's highest number of impaired drivers. On average, Rhode Island law enforcement agencies arrest about 3,000 drivers for driving under the influence every year. So be careful out there, man. And there's really no excuse to drink and drive anymore, man. Yo, when we come back, I'm gonna talk to you. We're gonna break down or talk about it. The court date is scheduled. Cliff Fortin taking this case to trial. How much of this does the school committee actually know? Because I got the discovery package. After reading this, I'm not even sure how they went forward with this. But trial is scheduled. We know in Rhode Island, nobody wants to take stuff to trial. People know that been down that road. But when I talked to Coach Fortin, he said, Mikey, I didn't do it. I didn't do this. I would not do this. And this is about the right thing to do. So a lot of people are standing by Cliff. But we're going to talk about this when we come back. Craig Main, after reading this police report, Craig Main, take this walk with me. Definitely go pick up a copy of Coach Pennington's new book. Reach out to Coach Penn for all the information.
We don't do no talking, we know what they do for the view. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the blood, really on the blood. Yeah, they know it's up, yeah, they know it's
up. My last question is what is the success rate of sex change operations?
Well, we have, it's hard to find longer term data with children, but what the data that we do have, which is probably the most reliable data point available, is from a Swedish study, and it looked at over 10 years, which is really important because regret doesn't just happen a year after some sort of transition. And what you see is a suicide rate that's associated with 19 times higher than the general population.
Well, actually, there is a 0%, there's a 100% failure rate for sex change operations, isn't there? Because it's not possible to change your sex?
That's right.
100% failure rate for these procedures.
That's right. You can't change your sex.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Handing online like they rich. I am not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go on, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes.
You gotta go check that one out. Tom McDonald, Ben Shapiro. A lot of people know Ben Shapiro. A lot of people hate him. He's always on. The easiest way to say it is he's the dude that be on with Candace Owens. What's going on? How we doing, everybody? Big shout out to everyone out there doing the right thing, all the coaches out there. Everyone be safe today. I figured it's a good day to record a little bit of this podcast. A lot of people know him. He came into the league a couple years ago. Took Exeter West Greenwich, in 3 seasons, took him to the Super Bowl against Pontigansett. Shortly after that, he gets called into the principal's.
Was I took the team as far as I could take it. I want to go on to bigger and better things. And I told us no one's going to believe that. We just had a banquet and like a few days earlier, and I kind of spread out, kind of came out with the events timelines of what we're going to do. And she said, "Oh no, you just tell them that. They'll understand." No, they won't. And I'm not going to lie. I have some integrity. I'm not resigning. You're forcing me to resign. So that was it. She had a 1-sentence resume, and she said, "Sign here, or I'm getting fired." So I had to make a quick decision. She wouldn't let me. She wouldn't give me the 24 hours. So I left, and here we are now.
All right, let's stop. And at that point, it is what it is. A lot of people know what happened from there. Cliff goes on to coach at Pontigansett High School. They take him right in. Several other job offers, and then I think it was around August, he was called by the Rhode Island State Police. Now, before this even happened, Coach Stringfellow brings up, he mentions out of the blue that, I guess they needed some fundraising funds for something. And what about the specific fundraiser that Coach Fortin did? And what about that money? And so they looked, and whatever happened, that will all get discussed at the upcoming trial. Now this is about to go to trial. It's getting a little closer. I was able to see the discovery package. I'm kind of like Craig Main, are you for real? EWG school committee, I'm not. How much do you know about what's going on in this situation? Craig Main, I'm going to say it right now, you filed the false police report. It is what it is, and a dude got arrested for whatever reason. Why? I don't know. But I'm going to say allegedly because I have to, but you lied. You lied. You said you had no knowledge of this specific fundraiser. You said I have no knowledge at all. I had no idea what's going on. You wrote that in the police report, and then when the officer asked you, "Do you want me to ask Mr. Fortin, about the money?" Nah. So this case was so crazy. The East Greenwich police took the case. They handed it to the state police uniforms. They send it up to Financial Crimes Unit. Financial Crimes Unit sends it back to patrol, and then they probably just, let the courts deal with it because it's involving a school. But when you read this discovery package, you're kind of like, Craig Main, you said that you had no knowledge to the fundraiser, right? I mean, it's going to be exposed that not only you verbally gave him permission and all sports permission to handle their own fundraisers. Now you're going to say, "No, you're lying." No, I didn't. But Craig, man, listen, there's also written communication between you and the coach, after your booster board ended up falling apart for whatever reason, you lose people on the booster board. There's communication between you and the coach telling him, I like all my coaches to handle their own fundraiser. You had the conversation in front of other people that can corroborate this. So you lied when you said you had no knowledge of it. And then you start nitpicking this and nitpicking that, because you didn't realize that Coach Fortin was going to have all his receipts. Because what did you tell him? Keep your receipts, handle your own fundraiser, keep your receipts. Well, the picture you're seeing here, the shirts, the hats, the socks, down to what the kids are wearing, was bought with that fundraiser money. And this is the money that they're saying Coach Fortin stole. Things that were bought like these: uniforms for the coaches, socks for the kids. This is what was bought with the money. Batteries for the headsets, an extra headset. A player needed a triple extra large jersey. That was bought with the money. Because Coach Fortin's boss, Craig Main, said, handle your fundraiser. The fundraiser was a mess in all the sports. And that's why even this year, the basketball coach, with Craig Main there, he says, he looks at Craig Main and he looks at the kids. He said, because there's things going on, we're not going to do any fundraising. Oh, I bet you're not. Craig Main, you made such a mess of this. And there's a very good chance that Coach Fortin is going to beat this.
All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
I mean, there's a very good chance that Coach Fortin is going to beat this. Nobody was handling the Booster Club, not till later in the season. And really, not around the time to that last fundraiser. So you lied on the police report, right? So not only that, you lied to the principal. You lied to the superintendent. You lied to the resource officer. You lied to whatever police department you wrote this. And do you know that you're going to have to go to court? Craig Main, listen. You're going to have to go to court. And you're going to have to get up on the stand. Right? And if you ever been inside a courtroom, it's kind of intimidating place. You got the judge in that black robe. Even the littlest, tiniest woman as a judge scares the crap out of you. You know what I mean? Because it's like that represents power. And you lied. So I don't even see how the prosecutor can put you up on the stand. And this is all public record. Y'all can do what I did. Go down to courthouse and pull up the discovery package. Public record, man. Coach Fortin has all his receipts. And then Craig Main, when you went to his house a week or so, a couple weeks before he was arrested, and he gave you a bunch of equipment back that was stored in his garage. You didn't mention any of this to him, huh? And when the police officer asked you, do you want us to talk to Coach Fortin and ask him about, nah, don't. Why? You've seen an opportunity here and you jumped on it. You pounced on it. I mean, the program's falling apart right now. Yeah, the basketball team recently, they were throwing pizza out the window I know the guy. He had to go to the school department or call him. Throwing pizza out the window on the way back from the North Smithfield game. Fake doctor's notes. Fake doctor's notes. And I know you're gonna say no, but you know what? There was communication between you and Stringfellow, and I'm sure a public record request can get that. I'm just saying all this because to say this, like you lied on somebody, and you're gonna have to go to court. I don't think you realized you were gonna have to go to court, but you're gonna have to go to court, bro, and you're gonna have to get up on the stand. And knowing that you lied in that police report, because you said you had no knowledge of that fundraiser. And I guess this particular fundraiser, you know, each kid, they have to email or text or whatever, 25 people, some mail it. I'm not sure how it's done, you know. So based on the amount of what they raised, I think over 1,000 people in the school district, you know, participated or whatever it is, donated money, however it went down. I know the number for this trial is like almost $4,000. So I can only look how many people participated. And you're the dean of students, you're the athletic director, and you're the only one that did not know about this. If Coach Fortin beats this, and he has a very good chance of beating this, if he beats this, I think you guys could all be liable for slander. Like, there is no case here. Do yourself a favor, look it up for yourself. There is no case. This trial's coming up in like the next month. The prosecution, I don't see how they could put you on the stand. But I'll bet your ass either way, the defense, they'll be stupid if they don't put you up on the stand. Absolutely. You have Coach Fortin has a right to face his accuser. And you being his accuser, you working for EWG. You report to the principal. Principal reports to what? The superintendent. He reports to the school committee. It's all liable. The man ended up on the news, ended up in the paper, lost a coaching job, and come to find out this could all be bogus. Because I'll tell you what, Coach Fortin from Federal Hill, smart kid, 50 years old, came up around, when Wise Guys was still heavily in that area. He knows about going to trial and what happens when people go to trial. He's seen enough people do it. It's like 95% of the people that go through the judicial system take plea bargains to avoid trial. And Coach Fortin's like, absolutely not. He could have been done with this case. He could have pleaded it out. And it would have been like, probably cost him like $4,000. Now it's costing him over $20,000. It's crazy. I mean, he's got an absolute great chance. I mean, he's gonna beat this case. You said you had no knowledge. And from what I understand by the police report, a check comes in Coach Fortin's name, in the name of Cliff Fortin. He deposits it. He has receipts. All the receipts to go to court. Did you know you was going to have to get up on the stand? And school committee, have you even known that this been going on? Maybe you have. But there's a good chance. What happens if Coach Fortin beats this? Is the district liable for slander? Is the district responsible? Craig Main lied. He perjured himself. You lied on a police report. I had no knowledge Coach Fortin was doing this fundraiser or any of the fundraisers. There's written and verbal communication with you, giving him permission, run the fundraiser how you see fit. hold on to the receipts. I like my own coaches to handle their own fundraisers. The person that was running your booster club resigned. All facts. Check the records. No cap. So now it's going to cost a man probably what? 20 grand? Put his family through stress? Why is he going to? And people are like, oh, his boat. Like the Gilligan's Island. He's got an old boat that he's been restoring by hand. Why is he going to do this? He has a business. He has a good job. I just don't understand this. And like what right is right. You read that police report and you read the evidence that the prosecutor's going forward with. I don't see how they could go forward at all. I have no idea how they could go forward with this. And Craig Main, I mean, it don't end at Cliff Fortin, you know. There's been accusations of fake doctor's notes from the football season. You know, the kicker Beltran, like really messing his knee up and have to run. How about the kid with the broken back? Making him run after ortho, you know, said, listen, light workouts. And how about the kid, right? How about the kid that you embarrassed? No, not you. Stringfellow embarrassed and made the kid go sit in the stands with his parents. And when his father came up to Stringfellow and said, Coach, what's going on? Can I talk to you? Yeah, you got my number if I answer the phone. You know, the North Providence High School games, doing a halfback pass when you never even practiced it. And what happened to that kid? Was it a broken clavicle or something? And how about the onside kick that cost you that game? How about the shutouts? How about the shutouts like that these kids were so proud of? That was a championship team over there at EWG. Championship team should have definitely won that championship. That was a good program. They're going for shutouts, and you're doing what? Say it again. Onside kicks. Oh, what? We didn't have a kicker. You had like 3 kickers. We can show you the film. And it reminded me, Jeff Howell, whatever is actually, you know, he was like, oh, is this facts, like the safety concerns that I called you out on, the personal trainer? Are you even the personal trainer, Jeff Howell? I'm just curious. But I'll get to you guys later. You know, but I'm just saying, Craig Main, school committee, you need to look at this. Like, I was like, I don't see how they're even taking this to court. How? When the man has receipts, he has permission. He bought all kinds of stuff for the football program. If I showed you something else, if you went online and you Googled EWG, now how long's Coach Fortin been out of that program? A while, right? So if you Google EWG football, the first thing that comes up is all Coach Fortin stuff, everything he did for that program. And because he came on a podcast and he spoke the truth, and he said that they wanted him to lie and say he took the program as far as he can, they manipulated some BS. And I'm not saying it because I'm his friend. I'm saying it because I read the police report. I seen the discovery package. I seen what the prosecutor has. I seen what Coach Fortin's defense team has. And I'm like, this is bullshit, yo. Like, no wonder why he's so adamant. And from day one, he was like, trial. People in Rhode Island know what the risk it is. You go to trial. He said, I didn't do it. I don't want my kids. I don't want the players to think I did it. Whether some people like me, some people don't. But the parents, some of them be so negative towards me that the kids are picking up what they got from the parents. Coach Fortin was rooting for you guys. Listen, he was rooting for you guys, right? All last season. And I kind of said to him, bro, they shit on you. They shit on you, man. That you got trumped up charges. Like, he really has trumped up charges. I don't believe the day I would ever see a school, a booster club, a sports program bring trumped up charges on a high school football coach that just brought you to the Super Bowl. You're mad he was doing private training, whatever. You're mad he's got a foul Federal Hill language mouth. That's cool. Like, this is football. What are we doing here? We're trumping up charges on people that loved the program. How come 2 years later, 3 seasons later, you pull this shit up and all you see are pictures of what Coach Fortin done? Craig Main, you're losing control of that program. Pizza being thrown out the window. Seniors squirting water bottles in freshmen' faces. That's hazing. Man, you're lucky the man didn't call the police about the pizza. He probably did. You're lucky at that. All these fights in school. How many fights did EWG have last week? You guys need to get a hold of that place, or the lawsuits are going to come. Lawsuits going to come anyway, man. This is like, if I was Coach Fortin, after I beat this, I'm already going to have a civil rights attorney on the line, a federal attorney, and we're going to walk right over to federal court, and we're going to file a defamation lawsuit and a slander lawsuit. You think it's not possible? He gets found not guilty of this. There's no case against him. There's no intent. You need intent to prove you commit a crime. There's no intent here. There's no crime. The prosecutors said it. Like, I don't know. The police sent it back and forth. Look at the article. Look at the original paperwork. It went from East Greenwich Police Department to the state police uniforms, financial crimes unit, back down to patrol. They was like, I don't know. You know what? Let the courts deal with it like they do so many other times, man. You know, you're over here because you mad. You mad, bro. Craig, man, you're going to get charged with perjury. You watch, man. You know, I don't know if you knew you were going to have to go to court. But, man, this is a shame, man. This is crazy. And not everyone's going to like my stand, but this is crazy, man. While I'm talking about EWG, man, Tyler Stanton, congratulations, man. Good luck. Go on to Bridgewater. Do your thing up there, you know. Congratulations. But you already know I rock with UMass Dartmouth, so you're going to have to come against the Corsairs, man. And they doing big things up there at EWG. I'm sorry. Did I say that? I said that right. Wrong. They're doing big things up there at UMass Dartmouth. But, yo, listen. EWG school committee, man, do the right thing. You got an innocent man here. All BS. I don't know how much the school committee knows about what's going on. I don't usually bring you anything unless it's pretty, it's facts. It's spot on. And we're going to talk more about the other situations. I know Mark Benedict, shout out to you, trying to get to college. You know what I mean? If I could be of any help, give me a ring. If anyone has any questions about, you have a senior or you have a junior coming up or even a sophomore or freshman and your kid is serious about going to college, you have any questions, I might surprise you. I tell people all the time, your first 10 core classes, you want to go to D1, D2, that's fine. If you think you're a D1, a D2 athlete, stay away from them walk-ons. Stay away from them walk-on deals, man, especially if you could be recruited. there's no D1, D2, D3 on that diploma. But shout out to everybody, man. Go pick up Coach Pennington's new book. You know, big shout out to my man Dave Valley, their spokesman now. Ever since that Mike Up segment.
Listen, even when we talked a couple weeks ago, I made sure it was okay. You know what I mean? To come on, you know, because I know we talked before, and even today. But you know, whenever we can get these kids exposure, like we talked about, and like many coaches that come on here, whenever we can get these kids some exposure, to be able to promote them, you know what I mean? I see you promoting Coach McCormick, Cornbread.
Shout out to my man Cornbread, man. Coach Ryan McCormick up there, UMass Dartmouth, working hard, man. I don't see another recruiter, but I noticed a lot of high school coaches are ghosting them. They call them when they need you.
My man out at UMass Dartmouth, you know, with his 401 boys, you know.
And what? UMass Dartmouth does not bleed Rhode Island now. They've been averaging 25 to 30 Rhode Island high school players a year. Big shout out to Ryan and the whole staff up there at UMass.
Oh, and
did you hear the news? Champions, baby. Champions.
I know. I saw that. I'm very happy for them. I'm very happy for them. They're a good group of kids.
NCAA tournament. We're in the tournament. And I say we because I don't care what you say. That school bleeds 401.
Yes, 100%. There was when I was at Cumberland, there were kids that are still on that team now. Starting quarterback, starting corner, like they got kids from last year that I knew that are playing over there. So you're right, 401 is definitely a part of the UMass Dartmouth culture, you know.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Dave Valley. I think Dave Valley's up at Dean or Nichols. I'm not sure, but we'll have to reach out to Dave Valley, you know. But I think that's about it. I just wanted to break down this a little bit. And it's your boy Mikey, man. Yeah, did you know they play football in Rhode Island?
Wins, not everybody. The older coaches. They want to cry. They want to go to these RIIL meetings. And they want to cry. We're not competitive. We can't do this.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell out here, but it's like football's a team game, okay? It's not a team game, okay? I did my part, all right? I put in a great game plan. I mean, these players, they're horrible. My players are no good. I mean,
I love what Mikey does. Sometimes I'm like, yo, you over the edge, TMZ with it. But
the boy gonna do you something nasty.
I hate to say it, more times than not, he get the results he wants.
Right, and to be honest with you, I honestly don't think it's over. Honestly, I think exactly what this state needs. We've always needed a platform where we can call out the nonsense,
the repercussions,
and you know, give people the props that they deserve, and call out the people who are full of it. And honestly, I think that more and more people are starting to utilize Mike's platform for that. You know, and honestly, I know a lot of folks. You know, a lot of people talk to me, "Oh, Emerson, like you're on there, and you talk this and you talk that," and I'm like, "Listen," I said. Name one thing that he's been wrong about.
That's the bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. That's the bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy. Commission. The bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy.
Load up there.
We don't do no talking. We know what they do for the viewers. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud, got it out the mud. Really on the floor, really on the floor. Yeah, they know what's up, yeah, they know what's up.
Depending on mine like they rich. I am not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can